So, Rich, a return to action this weekend against London Skolars. Are you hoping to put a few things right from maybe what went wrong at Barrow a couple of weeks back?
Yeah, certainly. Like I say, we always review where we can be better. Defensively, was a little bit passive. Was on the back foot for long periods in the game, which sort of hurt us when we got the ball because of the amount of defending we were having to do and being on the back foot. We couldn't really shape up and play. We didn't ask too many questions of them, defensively. So again, that's in good ball, an area where we don't usually struggle. The last 2 weeks, we probably have a little bit. So we spoke to our house about getting their hands on the ball a lot more when we get into, them critical areas on the field.
There were a couple of players playing out of position in that Barrow game. Has it helped this couple of weeks break just to get a few bodies back and ready and maybe looking at a bit more of a structured lineup, if that makes sense?
Yeah, certainly. It didn't help, but, it's one of them situations that we're in and everybody's in, a couple of COVIDs and you're having to reshuffle your team about to put a strong squad out. So we were still strong. We still believed we could have done the job on Barra, but it want to be. So yeah, it'll be nice to have people playing in the positions that they're familiar with and they know their roles, because it does always help.
A long trip to London then on a Friday night. They gave us a bit of a fright in the reverse fixture early on, didn't they? What are you expecting from them? It's
a big fixture for them. They draw in a big crowd of a Challenge Cup weekend. It's a pitch that suits them. It's nice and tight and short, and the way that they play and the size of their team and squad, it's a venue that they play well at, and we've always gone there and it's been a game, it's been a contest. So,
of course, with it being on a Friday night as well, does it give you an opportunity to get the job done and then focus on what others are doing across the weekend? You can sort of relax and watch from afar.
Yeah, look, for us, we don't really, we're not focusing on what other teams are doing. We know if we perform how we perform, we'll be up there, we'll be thereabouts, and not far off at getting where we want to be at the end of the year. So it's about making sure each week everybody knows their role and what game plan and sticking to the game plan and making sure we implement it to a high standard.
With the run of away games that we've had, looking now towards the latter stage of the season, you must be really pleased that although you've been on the road for 6 or 7 weeks, you've kept yourself within touching distance. Maybe Barrow just starting to edge a little bit clearer now, but the rest are all around it, aren't they?
Yeah, look, it's close. It's going to be a tight competition, and wherever you finish, the playoffs is going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Everyone's recruiting, everyone's bringing in players. So the squads are bigger for the end of the season. So because of the circumstances that we're in, you probably need to do that. And we're no different to any other club. We're in the process of hopefully bringing maybe 1 or 2 in just to strengthen us and as well energise us a little bit for the sort of the push for the business end of the year.
You've managed to bring Jordan Bull in from Sheffield on an initial 2-week loan. What will he add to the team?
Yeah, look, again, energy. He's young. We've spoke to Sheffield. He's played a couple of games for them and done a really good job for him. I think he scored on his debut. So yeah, hopefully he brings a lot of energy, and that's what youth does. He lacks a little bit of experience, but as long as he brings energy and carries the ball hard and strong, and he'll do a job for us. He'll do a good job for us.
Has that been one of the best parts of the squad this season, do you feel? The way that the experienced players and the younger players have come together as one, if that makes sense, and sort of all been pulling in the right direction?
Yeah, well, you look at our squad, and you look, there's only Missy and probably Boyley who are at that top end. The rest of them, we're very young. We're probably averaging about 23, 24. So you look at the squad moving forward for the next maybe year or two, if we can retain everybody, we're looking pretty good. And again, we're building on and creating a squad and a team that hopefully that we can push for the next, push for championship, and in championship, be strong if we get there.
Because that togetherness is key, isn't it? I know at the minute with COVID times, it can be a case of turn up to training, train, and get yourselves off home again. So it can be difficult to find that, but it seems like the boys are all together as one.
Yeah, we've got a great group. You know, they work hard. You know, they want to get better. And they're doing it each week. You know, the amount of players that we stay after when we finished our sessions and do extras and to help themselves to be better for that week is, you know, it's grown since the time I've been here. Maybe you had 1 or 2. Now we've got 7 or 8 that are doing it. So, yeah, hats off to them. And again, it's the culture that we're building within the club.